So in 2017, you and another Ohio native in copyright are performing at a show in Ohio
At
when someone
Top Cats.
right when someone calls in a bomb threat.
No, they didn't call it a bomb. The bomb was there.
What?
There was a show at Top Cats. Top Cats had been sold, you know, like for years, like because the owners had died and everything, and then someone had bought it, so they were going to have a reopening show, and it was years later, so 2017, and they're like, they're asking people who should play, and they're like, Mr. Dibbs should fucking play for sure. So it's free, and the same sound guy that print yelled at, notice everybody's there. Me and Copyright are last. And there's DJs and Animal Crackers and Rare Groove and shit like that. And then it's our turn to play. We're starting. And then like a security dude I didn't know came up and like touched me on my shoulder. And I turned to like, it's a no-no. No, I'm doing this. And then Toby from the Animal Crackers kind of intervened and asked the security to do something. And Toby's like, we got to shut it down. I'm like, what the fuck for? He's like, just trust me, just shut it down. So stop everything. And I'm like, what? And he's like, there's a fucking pipe bomb out front. I'm like, what? And so the security gets on the mic, like, everybody go out the back door and down the back steps. And so our friend Tasha goes and looks, and there's legitimately the bomb squad with the big suits on. It's on a post way back on my IG, like doing the thing where you bring the guy that might blow up because he's in the suit out there to bring the robot that you would think would go without the guy to defuse the pipe bomb. So someone had hopped out of a car in a box and set it right in front of the door. And someone standing outside like saw him do it and looked in the box, was like, oh shit, and then went inside and told security. So then now there's a pipe bomb outside and everybody's horrified and a lot of people are leaving out the back. And I like nudged the turntable and the sound was still on. And then like I'm looking at Joe, the sound, I'm like, he's like, fuck it, we're going to die anyway in this motherfucker. So Copyright starts doing this fuck the bomb chant. And then he did a song, we did some cuts. And then by that time they had gotten the bomb out of there. Then we were gone. But there was a legitimate pipe bomb at the venue, yes.
That's crazy. Wow.
Got all that one, yeah.
Wow. So weren't you guys supposed to do like an entire project together at one point?
Yeah, we were.
What happened with that?
I don't know. He was doing other, I don't know what he was doing. He was doing other shit. You know, like we talked about it a bunch. And then like after that we talked about it. And then fuck man, I don't know. Nothing happened between me and him. Like no drama between me and him. Just that era thing, you know what I mean? Like he was doing like a podcast or some shit he was doing. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He was doing something. Plus he lives in Columbus, and so the back and forth thing is like 2 hours each way, and like it's a lot. So
because he said that at the time, were you on house arrest at that time? And he had an alcohol monitor too, so you guys were gonna name it possibly house monitors or something.
He did have, yeah, I did have the thing on my ankle, and he had the alcohol, and I remember that, yeah, because he had all kinds of like, there were weird fucking, like you couldn't use mouthwash because,
wow,
like he was like, there's a certain kind of tea that had some kind of thing that would trigger it too. Yeah, we knew it was something like that. And then, yeah, we talked a lot about it, and we never really got anything done. It was just one of those things like, in theory, it was fucking incredible, but we were also doing other shit that just never manifested. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think the fans would like to see that, man. So that would be dope if that ever happens in the future for sure.
You never know.